Picture this. You're planning a trip to Japan. You check your bank account and you have $1,000. You feel pretty good about it. Then you convert it to Japanese yen and suddenly you have 148,000 yen sitting in your account. You feel like a millionaire. But then you land in Tokyo, walk into a convenience store, grab a bottle of water and a snake, and hand over 200 yen, and it's gone. Just like that. Wait, if I have 148,000 of something, why does everything still feel expensive? That's the question nobody really explains properly, and the answer changes how you think about money, wealth, and value forever. My name is Bob, and if you've ever wondered why a dollar isn't really worth a dollar everywhere in the world, this video is going to make everything click. Let's start with the most basic question. What actually is a dollar? Most people think a dollar is worth a dollar. It's a fixed thing, like how a kilogram always weighs a kilogram, or how a meter is always a meter. But here's what most people don't realize. A dollar is not a fixed unit of value. It's more like a vote of confidence. Think of it this way. Imagine you and your friend create your own currencies. You create Bob Bucks and your friend creates Sam coins. You both print 10 of them. Now, which one is worth more? Neither. They're both just pieces of paper right now. But then something changes. You build a business. You create products people actually want. Your Bob Bucks can be used to buy real things with real value. Suddenly, your Bob Bucks are worth something because something real is backing them up. That's exactly how national currencies work. The US dollar is worth something because the United States has the world's largest economy behind it. Factories, technology, agriculture, services, military, all of it backs up the confidence people have in that dollar. The euro is backed by 20 European nations combined, Germany, France, Italy, and 17 others, all pooling their economic strength behind one currency. The Japanese yen is backed by Japan's massive manufacturing and export economy, cars, electronics, robotics. So when you hold a dollar, a euro, or a yen, you're not holding equal things. You're holding three different sized votes of confidence in three different economies. Now, here's where most people get confused. If $1 equals 148 yen, does that mean Japan is 148 times cheaper than America? No, and understanding why is the key to everything. The number you see when you convert currencies, that's called the exchange rate. And the exchange rate is basically just a comparison of how much one currency trades for another on the global market. Let me give you a simple analogy. Imagine two fruit stalls. One sells apples, one sells oranges. One apple trades for 3 oranges. Does that mean oranges are cheaper? Not necessarily. It just means the trading ratio between them is 1 to 3. The same logic applies to currencies. $1 trading for 148 yen doesn't mean Japan is 148 times cheaper. It just means that's the current trading ratio between the two currencies on the global market. The exchange rate changes every single day, every hour actually, sometimes every minute, because it's set by millions of traders, investors, governments, and banks, all buying and selling currencies constantly based on economic news, interest rates, inflation data, and global events. When America's economy looks strong, people want dollars. More demand for dollars pushes the dollar's value up against other currencies. When America's economy looks weak, people sell dollars. Demand drops and the value falls. That's why the exchange rate is never fixed. It breathes. So if exchange rates don't tell us the full story, what does? Here's what most people don't realize. The real measure of what your money is worth isn't the exchange rate. It's something called purchasing power. Purchasing power simply means what can this money actually buy? Let me show you with a real example. A Big Mac burger costs about $5.58 in the United States. That same Big Mac costs about $4.65 in Germany and about 450 yen in Japan. Now, if you just look at the numbers, 450 yen sounds like way more than $5.58. But when you convert them all, they're buying roughly the same thing. The same burger, the same ingredients, the same experience. This concept is called purchasing power parity, and economists use it to compare what money actually buys across different countries rather than just what the exchange rate says. Here's why this matters for real people. Let's say you earn $3,000 a month in the United States. Your rent might be $1,500, groceries $400, transport $300. That leaves you $800. Now imagine someone in India earning the equivalent of $3,000 a month in Indian rupees. Their rent might be $200, groceries $80, transport $30. That leaves them
$2,690. Same dollar amount, completely different financial reality, because purchasing power in India is dramatically higher for everyday expenses. This is why people from high-cost countries sometimes move abroad or work remotely, earning in dollars or euros while spending in currencies with much higher local purchasing power. Their money goes dramatically further.
Now let's bring this home to something that actually affects your everyday financial life. Here's what most people don't realize. Currency value affects you even if you never travel internationally. When the dollar is strong, imported goods get cheaper. Your phone, your clothes, your electronics, your car parts. Many of these come from other countries. A strong dollar means those goods cost less when they arrive in America. But when the dollar weakens, those same imports get more expensive. That's one of the hidden drivers of inflation that most people never connect to currency value. And if you ever invest, currency value matters even more. If you invest in international stocks or funds, the returns you receive are affected not just by how well the company performs, but by how the currency moves between the time you invest and the time you sell. Here's a simple example. Imagine you invest $10,000 in a European company when the exchange rate is $1 to €1. The company grows 10%. Your investment is now worth 11,000 euros. But now, when you convert back, the exchange rate has shifted, and 11,000 euros only converts back to $9,500. You made money in euros, but lost money in dollars. That's currency risk, and most beginner investors never see it coming. So here's what you now understand that most people around you don't. A dollar is not a fixed unit of value. It's a vote of confidence in an economy that changes every single day. The number you see on an exchange rate doesn't tell you which currency is more powerful in real life. Purchasing power does. And currency value quietly affects your life every single day through the prices you pay, the returns you earn, and the real value of every dollar sitting in your account. The next time someone tells you they have 148,000 yen and feels rich, you'll know the real question to ask. What can it actually buy? Because that's the only number that actually matters. If this helped you understand money a little differently, hit subscribe and let me know in the comments, which currency do you think has the most purchasing power in the world right now? I'd love to see your answers.